Hi, my name is Amaranta Sandis and I'm a Seattle-based teaching artist. Today I'm going to teach you how to make and how to decorate Calaveritas de Azucar or sugar skulls. Dia de Muertos, it is a beautiful, colorful tradition that we have not just in Mexico but in other parts of South America, and other cultures also celebrate. Dia de Muertos, it's a blend of indigenous rituals and Catholic beliefs. So we do believe, I truly believe, that the spirits come back every year just to visit us, and we must be prepared. We must have an altar. So the elements of your altars are sugar skull. This is a beautiful sugar skull that it was gifted by my family. We have a beautiful tradition in Toluca. It's called the alfeñique. That's the type of art that they do. But your elements of art, your elements of an altar should have copal, burn a little bit of copal so they know where we are, sage, food of your favorite deceased-loving person, tamales or tortillas, a picture, and any kind of beverage your loved person like to drink before he venture into the other world. So go gather your supplies, and we'll see you shortly. So now I have my main ingredients to make my calaveritas de azucar or sugar skulls. You're gonna need refined sugar, meringue powder, and water. I wrote the recipe of how to make the sugar skulls on our supply list, but we're gonna go over one more time. In this case, I had 3 cups of sugar and 6 teaspoons of meringue powder. The portions are like one, it's 1 and 1. And another tip is that if you're gonna make sugar skulls, you really need to work on a dry, sunny day. I know October and September are not the hottest months of the year, but today I actually had a little bit of an accident because I left my sugar skulls outside by accident, and they just crumble. So it takes about 24 hours to dry it up. And that's just some of the tips. So once you have the sugar, you really want to break it out, make it really fun. If you see any lumps, you really need to get rid of those lumps. Then very gentle, you are going to add the meringue powder and gently mix it. Mix, 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 mix. The dried ingredients. So here comes the other part. Here comes my water. So I usually go for every cup of sugar, it's 1 tablespoon. I would say like tablespoon, depending on the day, like I said. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do it with 4 because today is just a little dip. And I'm going to crumble this, and as you can see, the consistency, it should feel like if you are stepping on wet sand. Like if you ever been to the Caribbean, where the sand it's white, you know what I'm talking about. So you want to mix this. The other thing you need to do is to cover your surface with either cardboard or butcher paper. And the easiest way to transport our sugar skulls are into a little bit of a cardboard. do not use plastic because the plastic will not absorb and then your sugar skull will crack. So this is it. You mix everything right here. Mix everything right here. We're really gonna tap. Make sure this gets completely, all the sugar gets like pressed. A lot of people ask, where did you buy the molds? And you know, throughout the years, they had a lot of different versions of sugar skulls. So I bought some of them in Mexico, and I bought some of them, you know, online. You're gonna press really hard on this one. This is actually a big sugar skull. I use everything right here because I don't really want to get this. So one way is to, you know, some people also press in the middle just to make the design really nice and make sure the edges are like, you know, pressed. That's another thing we can do. So one thing we can do is to put the cardboard and flip it. So let's see. Very gentle, you press the sides. And there you go. Cha-chan! You have to let this sit for at least 24 hours. Do not move it. Just leave it that way. Work it on a dry area. Yes, because if it's rainy or if it's a damp day, it's gonna crack in the middle. Okay, so I will, yeah, I will see you shortly. I'm gonna show you how to decorate it. See you in a bit. So now we have our sugar skull that it's hard, it's ready to decorate. Some people have just different ways of decorating sugar skulls. I personally like to use fabric paint just because the colors are really bright, and then they had a really nice tip that you can decorate, and they also have a cap. This is what I've been using over the years, and it's worked really good for me. So one of the first things that I want to do, I want to teach you how to do a little papel picado. There's so many different ways to do it. So I'm going to start with the easiest one. You can have a piece of paper, a square, a 6x6, 4x4, 8x8. But if you have origami paper, then it's just ready to go. So the first thing I want to do, I want to bring this corner to corner, fold it really nice, and then bring this end to the other side. And remember, this is the middle. This is very important because we're gonna cut from here. Then I'm gonna fold it one more time. This is my middle right here. And from here, I can do a lot of different shapes. I can try to do, the most common that I do, so we're gonna turn this into an ice cream shape. Then we're gonna open up a little bit, or you can just leave it like that. And cut a big triangle in one side and 2 little triangles on the other side. So when you open it up, you still have this T shape right here, but I'm also going to cut the edges, trim, or just have a slit. So when I open it up, it turns into a little papel picado snowflake. And this is gonna be the bottom of my sugar skulls. I usually like to use black plates, but you can do any plate that you like. And here is my my sugar skulls. Then I have I don't have that much, but I have just enough to do some decorations in here. I'm gonna start off with maybe yellow paint. So this fabric paint, it will stain your clothes and it will stay forever. I'm also recommending to have a pen or a needle right next to you. So sometimes you have to pierce, when the paint is new, you have to pierce that. So here we go. I'm gonna have just a little bit of paint, because this is gonna work as my color and as my glue. Remember, we just need little bits. There you go. I'm gonna place it right here. So then I'm gonna look into decorating this area. I can either divide this into 4, or at least have you know, imaginary line in here. And I like to do zigzags on that too. But you can do straight lines, you can do a dotted line. So I'm actually gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna do the purple. And again, I'm gonna try to poke this, because sometimes, so I'm gonna start off right here, shake it a little bit, and then this will help you to get, see, all the paint that you want. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna start right here, just a little line. And you might wanna go a little faster. Put some pressure on the paint. Steady hands, steady hands, steady hands. So that's just the first, kind of like the first lines, but then I want to overlap my lines in here. I want to overlap now I'm going to work with diagonal lines or zigzag lines. Now that you have your sugar skulls with a little bit of marble decorations right there, you might want to add other elements to your sugar skulls. So I already started doing some dots in here. And you can come around and continue to do some dotting around the eyes. Let's see. If you have any sequins or any other decorations, I do have a spider web in here that is one of my favorites. I might want to use it and place it right in the middle, right over there. And because she is a pretty lady, I might just want to do, instead of a teeth, I'm just going to do a heart. And be careful with your paint, because that's what happens. You could have a paintbrush or just the tip to do a little, you know, to work on the heart. And again, have a little bit of a tissue paper just to clean that up. The other thing I want to show you is how to make little tissue papers. So grab 3 pieces of tissue paper. I'm gonna place this just for 1 second. 3 pieces of tissue paper. Wrap your fingers around, twist it, twist it, twist it, and then cut it up, cut the edges off. And you could incorporate this one on each side. I already made 4 of this, and I can try to make another one. 1, 2, 3. You can use as many tissue paper as you wish. You can just decorate it all. And again, this is just one way of doing. Some people use the icing and some other products to decorate the sugar skulls, but this is what I've been using over the years. So make sure to dedicate these sugar skulls to someone that had passed away.